The Vertical Aggravation of Defilements by Venerable Rongurung Papasaro, Dr. Rongurung Limchopatipa. The Buddha explained on the cause of the dysfunction of mind processing and the aggravation of the finest defilement to the middle defilement and eventually to the rough defilement in details as follows. When the mind receives stimulus from the world through the 6 sense bases, then arises feeling which can be either happy or painful. In this moment, the mind will have an identity view to be, or assume a self of being, to be the one who feel the happiness or pain. The creation of a self will drive the mind processing to be craving and dominating the whole mind processing in the 5 aggregates subject to cling with desire and lust, and then making a birth of matter in related to the self as the object of consciousness along the courses of mind processing. Although this object of consciousness will arise and fade away within a short period, but since the mind is fully dominated by such a self of being, then the mind regenerates a new related object of consciousness, then mixes information from memory in volitional formations, and then feeds this internal object of consciousness, so-called the taint of the finest defilement, throughout the mind processing. After the mind is processing in this similar process of dependent origination for several rounds, this dysfunction of mind processing will turn to be unwholesome thoughts, such as depression and anxiety, which can be defined into the 5 lower fetters of the middle defilement. While the mind keeps on processing in several rounds of the process of dependent origination inside the mind, the thought becomes more complex and turning into very emotion, and then the problem is aggravated to be strong emotional feeling of the rough defilements with greed, hatred, and delusion just before bursting out into an evil doing responding to the world. The presentation of the aggravation of defilements in the process of dependent origination, starting with the finest defilement, then it is driven by the process of dependent origination to be the middle defilement and the rough defilement, respectively. In Buddhism, the only way to resolve this mental health problem is to have a comprehensive study on the mind, to understand the characteristic of mind and its functions in the aggravation of defilements during mind processing. The sooner we can detect the problem, the better we can maneuver the mind to be in the right condition.